Does that work? Is that better? Something like that. Please, can we talk about TanaCon is what I'm trying to say. I can't help it. I'm just like obsessed with TanaCon and no one will listen to me talk about it anymore. So this is where I come to ramble. I'm just like obsessed with TanaCon because it was like a disaster and like one of those disasters that you have to watch. So I've watched at this point all 3 Shane Dawson docuseries parts and the Jenna and Julian podcast about it. So if you're not familiar with what TanaCon is, I'll give you the kind of TLDR version. And basically, Tana Mojo, who is a big YouTuber, she felt like she was wronged by VidCon last year, I think. And so as an FU to VidCon, she planned a big event for her fans that was free down the street from VidCon the same weekend. And I use the word planned loosely. She had this company called Good Times and this guy named Michael to help basically plan the event. Now, this event was a mess on many levels. Like Jenna says in the Jenna and Julian podcast, one of the scariest things about how Tana planned to do this convention was that your favorite creators would just be walking around. That's not safe, especially when someone like Shane Dawson is going, who never does events. Like, yeah, you might be like, oh, it's cool, Shane's gonna be right there, I can just talk to him. Yeah, you and how many hundreds of other people are gonna think that? That's not safe for Shane, that's not safe for you. That's just stupid. So it was little things like that Tana was saying that kind of set off that this was going to be a bad idea. And I think that Tana thinks she had the best intentions with this, because she wanted to do a free event for her fans as a thank you. And on that front, I do agree that she had the right intentions. But because it was rooted in the FU to VidCon, because she wouldn't budge on doing it the same weekend across the street, basically, that was the biggest downfall. I mean, they didn't have a venue that could control that many people. And you see the videos of people who never got in because they were sunburned, there was no water, there was nothing. And I think that was like, if she had been willing to do it like the weekend before or the weekend after, and they could have found the right kind of venue, then that would have been different. But even with that being said, I don't think it's fair to place the bulk of the blame on Tana. I definitely think she deserves a chunk of the blame, don't get me wrong. And if you watch Shane's videos, she's definitely taking some responsibility for it, but I think, like, most of the blame, and they're gonna have to pay all the money back, so I guess they're taking the blame, but Good Times, which is really just that Michael kid, gets, in my mind, he gets the blame, because Tana Mojo, at the end of the day, is a personality. She's not an event planner. Good Times, that company of one dude, supposed to be an event planning thing. He had told Tana, allegedly, that he had planned conventions before, and that's how he made his money. And, you know, he seemed so sure of what he was doing, but, you know, I have a hard time believing that a real event planner would look at a hotel that says it can hold 1,000 people, which he knew, and go, yeah, we can fit 5,000 in here. That's what, 5 times the capacity? That's stupid. I could see maybe thinking you could fit a little more, but that's ridiculous. That's mistake number 1. Mistake number 2 is not having any kind of water or food or booths available. Like, I just feel like from an event planning process, it really couldn't have gone worse. Like, there was no security, there was nothing, and as the event organizers, that was his job. And he shat the bed. It's just so interesting to watch all the inner workings of this kind of unfold on the internet. And so many people went from all over the place. I don't know that I would ever trust an event by Tana or anything by Tana enough to cross the street to go see it. But a lot of people did, and a lot of people went for the other creators that were going, and I feel really bad for them for traveling so far, but this had sketchy written all over it from day one. But, and I think I have the unpopular opinion when I say that I don't totally blame Tana, because she's not an event planner. You know, she even said in the one Shane Dawson video, kind of half joking, that she shouldn't even be in charge of planning a trip to Target, which I don't fully disagree with. And I know a lot of people keep using Tana and Michael's ages as kind of like, oh, whatever, they're only 20, but, I mean, if you're gonna play in the big leagues, your age doesn't really matter. Michael says he started that company and started planning events when he was 17, which means he should have 3, 4-ish, depending on when he started and his birthday and all that, 3, 4-ish years of experience by now, so he should know what he's doing. And him or someone on Tana's management or something should have been like, we can't pull this off. We need to change the weekend. And the fact that no one said no to her is why this blew up. They just kept going with what she wanted, and no one told her that it wouldn't be possible. Now she's supposed to know. She's like not the smartest sometimes. But that Michael kid, his life is like ruined now. Because he's gonna owe that $325,000. But, I mean, if you had just said no to her at some point, or planned the event better, or maybe not intentionally tried to go 5 times over capacity, or had water, or something. I don't know, I just find it all very interesting. What do you think of the whole TanaCon debacle? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye! What was that? I don't know.